think it's pretty safe to say that Batman has the best rogues gallery in all of comic books. Each villain is really unique and in some way a dark reflection of Batman himself. My favorite Batman villain has always been Two-Face. Visually speaking, I've always loved his design. And he also has my favorite origin stories, between my favorite comic book of all time, The Long Halloween, and the spectacular episodes of the animated series. His origin has always been very compelling, and oftentimes emotional. When I read that Christopher Nolan was drawing inspiration from The Long Halloween for The Dark Knight, I got extremely excited. We would be seeing a faithful adaptation of my favorite villain on the big screen, and what we got was fine. Aaron Eckhart played him well enough, and the design being reminiscent of The Long Halloween goes a long way, but he always felt pretty rushed. In my opinion, they should have saved his turning into a villain for the third movie instead. Anyway, all that was just to get to this point. Today, we'll be reviewing the Mafex Harvey Dent figure. Here he is out of the box, and he looks great. Mafex has been knocking these figures out of the park lately. The first thing to talk about here is obviously the head. The right side of his face has a very good likeness to actor Aaron Eckhart, and the left side looks extremely detailed. The left side looks very gross and accurate to the movie. In my lighting, it looks a bit bright and glossy, but in person it's much more muted and accurate to the film. You can see that a bit of the scarred detailing goes down to his neck as well, which brings us to his outfit. He's wearing the outfit that he wore throughout the entire movie, only the left half of it is completely burned up. Just like the previously released Scarecrow figure, the outfit on this guy makes him look a little boring. Only a small portion of his clothes are burned, so the rest leaves him looking like a dude in a suit. But that's the problem with most Two-Face figures. Thankfully, nothing on the figure hinders his articulation at all. He has drop-down arms and legs, so even if the suit jacket was in the way, you could use those to get around it. His first accessories is this pair of open palm hands that look really similar to his default hands, so I'm not sure what the point is. Next, he comes with these fist hands, which are standard for any action figure, whether the character punches anybody or not. Now we get to the good stuff. His next pair of hands are these coin-holding hands. Unfortunately, the coins are not sculpted into the hands, which means there's a very real possibility of you losing one of the coins due to the small scale. They do give you two, though, just in case. Next up is this pistol-holding hand and the pistol itself. The gun looks very nice and much more detailed than some of the other guns Mafex figures have come with. Now for the real cool accessories. By removing his head, neck, left arm, and suit jacket, you can have yourself a plain old Harvey Dent figure. Again, the head sculpt is pretty fantastic. It looks just like the actor. Mafex has come a really long way from their first printed faces. But the problem with the figure looking too boring are doubled here, as this is literally just some blonde dude in a suit. Not the most exciting thing to display. Last but not least, he comes with a I believe in Harvey Dent button that can also be held in the coin hands.
He also comes with a Mafex stand, but that's just to be expected at this point.
Overall, Two-Face is a really accurate figure that looks just like the source material, but can seem a little boring in areas. Just like the Scarecrow, most of the excitement of the figure lies in the head sculpt. But when you start to wander down to his lower body, it's just a dude. It's just a dude in a suit. When I have him and Scarecrow on display next to more exciting looking figures, you can really see the issue. However, on his own, I can absolutely recommend him as a fan of the character, and, you know, he looks good and he comes with a lot of cool accessories.